Welcome back. It's a great day, actually, to head on over to the Q Arts Gallery. Anything indoors today, but certainly locally to check out some local artwork and visit some of the local artisans at the Q Arts Gallery by the Quincy Art Association. We have two members, and they are also instructors joining us today to tell us about the latest exhibit and also about themselves. So please welcome Eric Weich and Marco Viscara. Guys, thank you for coming over. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to feature the Art Association. We have done that many times on this show over the past several years, but first time for both of you, so this is great to kind of put a new face behind the association if we can. So what I wanted to do is let each one of you kind of tell your story about how you came to the city of Quincy, how you came to the Art Associations. Erica, what's the story?
So my partner and myself, we moved here from Brighton, and we came to the Quincy Art Association through their figure drop-in.
Okay.
Tuesday nights, 7 to 10. It's a great community there. Chris Kreitman, Dan Myers. They've run it for, I think, 20 years now.
20 years, exactly.
But it's it's wonderful. Really welcoming community.
How did you find out about it?
I think I found out about it online.
Okay.
Yeah. Just Googling local figure drop-in opportunities.
Yeah.
And,
so, artist by trade, are you, or by passion, or both?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm finishing an animation bachelor's degree at the Massachusetts College of Art right now,
Oh, okay.
and over the course of that degree, I've found my way into art instruction, and for the past 3 years, that's been a real passion for me.
So, okay. So, what is your art?
It's mostly illustration, animation, drawing and cartooning.
Okay.
Art for myself is bizarre animated installation works that you might find on like a CRT tube TV or something like
okay.
that. But yeah, really fun.
So
Great
tell me
stuff.
about your education background leading up to this current situation.
Well, initially I started at University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth,
Okay.
and then from there I found my way to Mass Art, which is a wonderful institution. I can't say enough good things about
Okay.
Massachusetts College of Art and Design.
And so, with your bachelor's, when you finish, what do you hope to do with that?
Continue teaching. Maybe
yeah.
I find my way into an animation studio. We'll see. Maybe it's motion graphics. I mean, the world's my oyster.
Okay.
I'm really having a lot of fun learning about the new opportunities presented to me.
Yeah. So tell me about what you teach.
So what I teach is drawing and cartooning, mostly
Okay.
for kids and teens. Give them an opportunity to create comics, tell stories, and express themselves.
Okay.
Right.
And I think they really enjoy it. Yeah.
So do you have a background in teaching also, or just in art?
Fresh new teacher
Fresh new
for the
teacher.
past 3 years. Yeah, this was my first. It sort of fell into it.
Yeah.
And I was really taken with it, and it's been popular classes. I think the students have enjoyed it. The parents are very appreciative.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tell me about your experience with the association. You know, your collaboration with fellow artists, the different shows that the gallery features, and just the fact that Quincy now has an actual art gallery.
Yeah, and the fact that we have a gallery now it's a wonderful gift. It's
Yes.
a beautiful space. Currently, we have the annual members experience at the gallery up right now, so
Right.
you can see members' works. And yeah, we also have a small art sale going on in the gallery currently,
Okay.
so you can pick up last-minute Christmas
Yes.
gifts if you want.
Right.
Handmade jewelry, textile, ceramics, prints, artist prints, you name it.
Yes. Yeah. The gallery itself is fully dependent on volunteers. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're looking for all the help that we can get. So
Okay.
open arms, we're welcoming anyone. Yeah.
What was the process to become an instructor?
So I did it online, and
Okay.
it's really easy to click through the website online. You can become a member. I think it's a $25 annual fee if you're above the ages of 18. If you're younger than that, I think we have a cheaper option. We even have family plans. But yeah, it's real quick. You click through it online, easy peasy.
Have you been inspired by other artists in the association and the works that they produce?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And
Yeah.
we were talking about the figure drop-in before we walked in here,
Yeah.
but whenever I go into the Tuesday night figure classes, I'm just so inspired by the caliber of work
Is that right?
and the passion of the members of the community.
Yeah.
It's really a wonderful experience.
So, Marco, has that been your experience as well? How did you first come to the association, first of all?
Okay, my experience more in architecture.
Architecture?
Yes.
Okay.
I was an architect in Peru.
Really?
And I learned some of the mediums that you can use for projects. Watercolor was the best.
Really?
And I was trying to be in contact during the last years with all the contests in Massachusetts in Canton, I know Eileen Moller, and I was participating in many contests.
I see.
And she talked about Quincy.
Hey, why don't you
Art
become a
Association.
member of the Art Association, Marco, right?
Almost, not exactly, but. And well, it was a very nice time.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long ago was that, would you say?
I think 10 years or maybe
really?
12. But I am a member, I think 2 years ago.
Okay, all right. So what drew you to become a member?
Only you apply.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, to transfer from architecture, and I think of architecture today as just computerized assisted design.
Exactly. At that time, all architects use the drawing by hand.
A drafting board, right, with the
exactly,
rulers and pencils.
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. After when I was finishing my career, I introduced to the AutoCAD, the
Yeah.
SketchUp,
Yeah.
some of the programs that is usual for.
Well, you were too young to have retired.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Maybe some style of here.
Interesting, though, to transition from that to watercolors.
Yeah, it was a very nice transition. But always I was passionate to do watercolor.
Really?
Yeah, it's something that you don't know what is the end of the painting,
I see.
because it's different like oil.
It's more-
Also you can fix the mistakes.
Ah.
In watercolor, sometimes water is the best friend, and running in many directions and mixing
Yeah.
with the other colors, creating different atmosphere.
I see.
It's very nice.
Yeah, we have a couple of your images we wanted to show folks just to give them a sense,
Okay.
for what it might look like. And one of them will be very recognizable to anybody in Quincy. It's the iconic Church of the Presidents there.
Ah,
The-
yes.
Yeah, the
Oh,
First
look at
Parish
that.
Church. When I first saw this, I didn't believe it was a watercolor.
Yeah, it's watercolor.
Yeah, I thought it was an oil painting. To get it so precise and so exact, when did you create this, Marco?
The last year.
Oh, in the last year.
The last year.
Okay. And how long would you say it took you to create this image?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Okay.
I try to.
It's an artist's secret. Okay.
No, I
He'll never
try to to spend the less time,
Okay.
because I think when you plan too much in the painting, too much details,
Yeah.
you are adding sometimes something that is not necessary.
Don't overcomplicate
It's
it.
like less is better or less is more.
I see.
It's something like this.
Okay.
I prefer to do fast paintings.
You
So
might
what-
lose the spontaneity otherwise. The spontaneousness is good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So did you actually, when you did that work, did you actually go outside with your easel in front of the church?
No, all the times.
Okay.
Some of the paintings I catch the idea
Yeah.
by photograph.
I see. Okay.
And I move, I change, I modify
Yep.
the context, the colors. No, I think it's the emotion that you have.
I see.
You
Okay.
catch some details in the photograph that maybe is very little,
Yes.
too small to see, and you make a zoom and you see different composition,
Yeah.
and then you are modifying this. And
And
this is the result,
comes out in the
right?
process. Yeah.
Did you see the people in
Yes.
this painting? There are no details.
Right.
No.
Yes, when I saw that actually, and you could see it there, it almost took me back to maybe something in the 1800s where there'd be, a horse and carriage,
Exactly.
running by the front of the church,
Right.
that kind of a feel actually. And so, and that must have been what you were feeling, when you
Right,
painted
it's
that.
feeling,
Or at least that's how I
I
experienced
think.
it. Everybody experiences it differently, right?
But I think the watercolor gives you this option.
Yes. Interesting. Okay.
Because the others also, you need to wait for dry,
Yes.
the media is
Yeah.
necessary
You get-
3 hours,
Oh
right?
my God,
Yeah,
yeah.
in watercolor, I catch my dryer.
Instant gratification.
Exactly.
Let's see one more that you created and tell us about this one,
Oh, this is
Marco.
beautiful.
And sometimes the colors, you expect that the color is running to the right,
Yes.
and it's running to the left.
Yes. Is that what
I-
happened here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happened. It's just
So where is this? Someplace in Quincy, or is this just someplace in your mind?
No,
or-
I saw this in the fields in Peru.
Oh, okay.
The colors, the green, this tone of green,
Yes.
and the yellow when it's turning. The weather is changing.
Yes.
The colors also.
So did
but
you have
not
a-
like here.
Right.
Right.
It's just gray all the time here.
No.
Did you have a photograph, or was this something that you just remembered in your mind?
This one
Really?
is coming from my
Yeah.
brain.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
wow.
an idea.
Interesting. Okay. Now, do you also teach?
Yes.
What do you teach at the Quincy Art
I
Association?
am teaching watercolor in 2 levels, the basic and intermediate level.
Okay.
And at night we are opening other classes for perspective and sketching
Okay.
using watercolor or adding watercolor. Is to make in the sketch or in the perspective more emotions. No?
I see. Okay. So-
Because drawings sometimes it's a method.
Yes.
How you are doing the painting or the drawing. No?
Yeah.
But watercolor is something that adds something different.
Do you also teach children's classes?
I did this 2 times.
Okay. And
I prefer to work with adults.
You do?
Who really are very motivated to
So-
know different experiences
Yes.
with art. No?
yeah, yeah.
But they are more motivated,
Okay. All right.
I think.
In your experience, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Fathers sometimes are pushing the children
Yes.
to take a course, but maybe they don't want
Interesting. Yeah.
some courses, so kind of courses.
Okay. Because
Right?
Eric, I know you do teach children, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Has that been your experience, or?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you have a kid that says, I don't want to take this class,
Right.
and then they sit down, and 5 minutes later,
They're into it.
they've made
Exactly.
something
Maybe
incredible,
change
something.
Right.
surprising and
Yeah.
exciting.
Do you also teach your medium, or what medium do you teach with children?
Currently, we do traditional methods, so pen, ink, markers, colored pencils, things like that,
Yeah.
drawing and cartooning.
Yep.
As I said before, I would love to introduce some digital drawing, but that's some hurdles. Like students would have to bring their own tablet
I see.
or whatever materials. I think currently
Could
So-
be prohibitive for some folks. Yeah.
for some, yeah. But
Yeah.
in the future, I mean, it's getting cheaper and cheaper and
Okay.
more accessible to
That's
all.
true.
So,
yeah. Now, are the classes still taught over on High School Avenue at the building there?
They are, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's a fantastic building.
Yeah, it still works out well. And then, can you have the students' works exhibited at the Q Arts Gallery?
They can, yeah,
Okay.
and they can become members themselves, and yeah, all members are welcome to show at the gallery, I believe.
Right.
Yeah,
Actually, it's very affordable, right? $25 for the year
that's right.
for adults 18 and
Very
older,
cheap.
and then even less for 18 and under with the family plan, right?
That's right, and you have the opportunity to sell your work through the gallery,
Oh.
and yeah, it's wonderful.
Okay. Have you sold anything yourself?
I have not. No, I haven't submitted yet. I'm too. When I find the right piece, I'll be excited. To,
Okay.
but,
How about you, Marco? Have you sold anything yet?
Yes.
You
No,
have?
I
Yeah.
saw. Some.
Well, you've been at it for a while, so
Yeah.
it sounds like you get a lot of satisfaction, a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yes.
For an aspiring new artist who's considering going down that road, what's your advice to them?
Really, it's a very tough question.
Yeah.
I don't have any special person that I am following.
Okay.
Right? I appreciate the art and different. There are perfect works. More than follow the artist, I choose some paintings that are great,
Inspire you?
inspire me.
Yeah. Eric, for an aspiring young artist who is considering following maybe the path that you did, what's your advice to them?
Jump right in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's a really welcoming community, and I think it's a great experience. So, yeah, just jump right in. There's no reason to be apprehensive about it. I think even my first figure dropping class, I was like, is this going to be stuffy?
Right.
Am I
Right.
No, jump right in. It's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Is there someone that a well-known artist that inspired you or inspires you?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
it was Bill Watterson. Calvin and Hobbes was the first comic cartoon. It got me into reading. It got me into drawing.
Okay.
And he'll always be like a pinnacle for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. How about you, Marco? Any well-known, famous artist of years past or current that inspires you?
Yeah, maybe I don't remember the name.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
and there are a lot of.
It's
But-
too many to mention.
And complicated to remember.
Yes, yes. Let's talk about what's coming up at the Q Arts Gallery. This current exhibit goes through the end of the month, right, till the 31st members show. And
That's
also
right, yep.
Small works exhibit as well. What comes up in January?
And in January, we have an artist, Vincent Crotty, who's a beautiful plein air painter, just gorgeous, like really naturally attuned to light and color, just beautiful work. It will transport you. You look at it,
Really?
it's stunning. Yeah,
So
it's
plein air,
really stunning.
as I understand it, it's outdoor.
Outdoor, yep.
painting,
He sits. I imagine. I haven't spoken with him, but I imagine his process. In
Okay.
plein air, just sitting and painting what he sees.
Some photos we're showing folks from a reception you had for this current exhibit. That's the Q Arts Gallery right there at the Hancock Adams Common, right? So earlier this month. And looks like there were some demonstrations even going on there. I see you in the background there, Marco. Very good. And folks can become members very easily through the website. And I know, Eric, you and I talked about the need for volunteers.
Absolutely,
Right.
yeah. Please, any and all comers,
So
we're
important.
open arms. Yeah. The gallery runs through volunteer contribution. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
You have
Great
to,
way.
I know you're trying to maintain regular hours at the gallery, but again, it's all
And that's dependent
Volunteer
on the
dependent.
volunteers. So
Right.
yeah, really, yeah.
Thursday through Sunday, I think, is currently the
I think
gallery
that's
is open.
currently what we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would appreciate anyone. It's a great way to give back to the community.
Yes.
If you find yourself enjoying your experience with
Yep.
QAA, it's another way to give back.
And you don't have to be a Quincy resident, by the way, right, to be a member.
No, I don't think so.
I
No.
think no. I am living in Broughton.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so
Yeah.
come on down. We'll take all takers.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, really good to talk to you both. Appreciate the opportunity to learn your story and hopefully get the message out about the Art Association.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
very
us.
much.
Oh, you're very welcome.